St. James, Portmore, where you say? Walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
DJ, teacher, up top,
Sting them like a hubcap.
What's going on, everyone?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Hey.
How y'all living? We back at it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Up Top Podcast.
Up top, what's that?
We are here, season 5.
Season 5. You
episode 1. You know the
vibes.
vibes.
You see the drip. You see the merge. What's good?
What's going on, Spacely?
Yes, sir. Welcome back.
Welcome back to Up Top Podcast, season 5, episode 1. New season, so we're going to give you all the latest news in the new season here, and this is episode 1. It's called Rising Up. So you already know Up Top was set.
Up top.
And we thank you for everyone for taking the time to listen to our previous seasons. You know, season 4 was a very successful season. We thank everyone for taking the time to share your feedback, your comments. The love that we got from season 4 was amazing. I mean, even from Dwayne Wade, one of our favorite basketball players of all time, actually took the time to give us feedback as well. So we want to thank everyone that took the time to watch or listen to us on all streaming platforms. And, we're going to continue to give you guys some new content as we start a new season for season 5. So, already, it's your boy Ste-Mo.
And it's your boy Shaun Spacely.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you for having us. Thank you for always watching, commenting, subscribing to our YouTube. Please continue to do so. Tell your friend, tell mom, tell your dad, tell your big brothers. Come on in, because we got more in store.
Yes.
Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everything that's been going on to the sports world, because the sports world has been a crazy year this year. And the year hasn't even been over yet.
Basically, I'm telling you, so much has been going on, even at our moment right now, watching history being made. And
right.
It's just crazy, especially in today. You just never know what to expect. A lot of underdogs, a lot of favorites are going on. And especially now in today's sports world, we just want to make sure we give you all the latest, that you can say, hey, your favorite team is doing good or they're not doing good. Are they rising up or are they falling down? So here at Up Top Podcast, we definitely want to make sure to get right into it. And, we want to definitely get right into one of the hottest sports right now that's going on, and it's none other than the NCAA college football. For those who obviously picked up the game, college football 25, I'm sure you guys are enjoying it still to this day. I'm sure that those who actually now are understanding the world of college sports and what it's going on and how these players are transferring, getting NIL deals, you name it. Let's face it, it's been a big transition. A lot of teams that you would think that were going to be doing well this season have not done their part. And the ones that are doing very well are showing each and every week that they belong to be in that playoff contention. So
for sure,
it's definitely a new season, because now they're not doing any more of a 6 playoff team. Now it's a 12 spacing.
See? Because let's think about it. You have a lot of other teams that had undefeated seasons. You had a lot of teams that upset top 25 seeds in CFB. So it's like you would want to see those teams who are the underdogs, the Cinderellas, the dark horses, the diamonds in the roughs. You wouldn't want to see their favorite team from Boulder, Massachusetts, or from Wichita, Wisconsin. Who wouldn't want to see their favorite alma mater on the TV screen fight for the greatest cup in college football, which is the national championship. And every year, what do we have? We had Alabama, we had Clemson, we had Georgia, and then we had a random team. We always had that fourth team, Oregon sometimes. Right. We always had that random fourth team, Ste-Mo. So it's 12. It's now the NCAA basketball, but for football. Now you have other teams that have a chance that can fight. Now we're going to see college football players grinding it out.
Very much so.
For that college ticket.
Yes.
College football, is going to become even higher than it already is. It's already reached. We thought it reached the ceiling when we introduced the playoffs. No, now we have a 12-team seeded system. We done created a whole new ceiling for college football.
Man, college football is really rising up, Space.
Yes,
and
sir.
I must say, a lot of these teams, especially that are ranked, they really want to have a chance to actually compete to win a national championship, especially for prime example last season, Florida State, who was undefeated and never got a chance to even get into the national championship contending. And now this season, they're not even that good. They have fallen off from the higher rankings to not even ranked this season. And
to the point where I'm asking Florida State, hey, what happened?
Yeah.
You had the best record, one of the best record in college football. You were blowing out teams by 2 to 4 touchdowns a game. I understood the college football rankings took the wind out your sails. I understood the NCAAF took the wind out your sails. We thought you guys were going to have a revenge tour. We thought you were going to come in, beat the brakes off of everyone in the ACC, and prove to the NCAA that y'all deserve to be there. Instead, Ste-Mo, what did they do?
They
Get
fell off
steamrolled by everybody.
handily. The first game they actually lost against Georgia Tech, and
in an ugly fashion.
That was just the ugliest start for their season, because now they can go ahead and say, hey, their season is a wrap.
It's cooked. Their season's
now
cooked.
How are you going to be able to recruit the best way possible going into the offseason?
I doubt it.
And now, you're going to realize that not a lot of players are going to want to have interest to go and play for your school. They'd rather go to a school that's very successful and has a chance to compete to win a national championship. So,
and speaking of one of those schools, I need y'all to get y'all golden whistles out, get your golden shades out, and get your nice 10-gallon hat. Because over down there in the Midwest, over there in Colorado, that man out there, the gunslinger, Mr. Deion Sanders, has already been in the transfer portal.
Prime time.
He already has collected one of the top quarterbacks in high school football already. And his son hasn't even finished his last game with a Colorado jersey. And that kid has fully committed to Colorado as their next quarterback for those Boulders. So think about that. I said, think about that.
Wow.
People are looking at not only your team, but your organization, but your school, but at the same time, the coach.
See?
Let's really be honest about it, Ste-Mo. The coach name is very big when it comes to a kid selecting where he's going to spend the next 3 to 4 years of his life. Anybody can go to Kentucky. Anybody can go to Duke. Anybody can go to Syracuse.
Right.
But now, who coaches at Syracuse?
True.
Who coaches at Duke? We don't really know these guys yet. These are up-and-coming coaches, but we know the coaches for Miami.
Yes.
We know the coaches for Florida State. We know the coaches for Georgia. We know the coaches for Oregon.
Right.
Those are the schools that we know the coaches for Colorado. So those are the schools that if I'm a 5-star, 4-star athlete, and I'm thinking about where I want to go for the next 4 years, and I hear Deion Sanders has interest in me, he sees my highlight tape, I immediately am thinking about Colorado first. Because the great Deion Sanders saw my highlight tape.
Yes.
Prime time is interested in me, little old me. Oh, man, I don't know.
It's
I might
automatic.
have to go over there.
Yeah.
I might have to go do me a tour in Colorado.
Yes.
I don't know enough about Colorado, but I want to know now.
Right.
So it goes to show you.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders is rising up as a coach.
He is. And I must say, what a tremendous season for the Colorado Buffaloes. I mean, from, again, taking a school that was probably winning less than 4 games, and for them to bounce back and to win over 8 games and also be nationally ranked this season, that is a huge boost of confidence for not only the university, but for the football program.
2 Heisman hopefuls?
Yes.
2. They got 2 Heisman hopefuls.
Yes.
In Shador and Travis?
Yes. Travis Hunter, I must say, he will be a top NFL draft pick, as well as Shador Sanders. And the impact they, of course, made on the Colorado University school program is amazing. You can see celebrities. You can see other athletes or former athletes coming to support.
Was out there.
I mean,
Kevin Durant goes out there.
Yeah.
And we never thought Kevin Durant would like any other team outside of Texas.
Right. Primetime really showed that, hey, it takes a level of discipline and consistency. And he did that at Jackson State. And he also now is doing this at Colorado. So shout out to the Colorado Buffaloes. They're rising up. We hope that they have a chance to, get into a good bowl this season and, finish off the successful year that they've had to make sure that, moving forward, other recruits will be able to go ahead and say, hey, I want to continue to play for Deion Sanders and his football program. So we definitely want to hear your opinions on that. Do you feel like, your university is actually rising up right now? I mean, a lot of schools, like I said, we see are on the rise and some of them on the fall. But since we spoke about Heisman Spacely, we want to go ahead and talk about these Heisman favorites right now. Man, it's been a close race right now in the Heisman. And even these last couple games, man, I'm telling you, these players are balling out. When I'm saying Travis Hunter, who plays for Colorado, and then Ashton Jeanty, who plays for Boise State.
Nasty work.
And also Cam Ward, who plays for the University of Miami Hurricanes. And, he's playing lights out as well as a quarterback leading the team. And we hope that they actually continue to stay rising up to the top. They're fighting right now, a battle right now with Syracuse as we are going ahead. And we just want them to actually, get to a bowl game and try to compete for national champ. But those three guys obviously are Heisman favorites. And obviously, those three guys have what it takes to win the Heisman. The Heisman, obviously, I could say is a quarterback award, to be honest. And it's really tough to show that a wide receiver or running back actually has the advantage. This year, it's proof in the pudding. Travis Hunter plays both positions, wide receiver and cornerback, and he's balling out.
He's him. I'm sorry. It may not. I don't want to say we can go as too far and create that kind of position in the NFL because it is tedious. It is. Travis Hunter may make it look easy, but that's just how amazing he is, hence why he's a Heisman frontrunner. But let's be honest, it's just his ability to play the game. Because he can get drafted as an offensive player. He can get drafted as a defensive player.
Right.
It really won't matter because at the end of the day, he has what it takes that whatever team picks him in this up-and-coming draft, he will be a monster. Same thing with Shador. Shador may have the same, presence like his daddy. He may have the same kind of pizzazz like his daddy, but that's what the NFL needs right now. The NFL is lacking a primetime kind of person. Right now, they're using Jameis Winston as the face right now because his media outtakes are just hilarious, but that's for another time. Going back to it.
So
college football.
We want to definitely see, how this plays out, the end of the season, and we'll just quickly show you guys, how these rankings are really following right now. And, it's just very interesting to see, which teams will really get far into the playoff ranking. Right now, as you can see, Oregon, number one, Ohio State, who literally just lost today against Michigan, they're going to drop obviously in the rankings. Texas is going to be up there. Penn State, Notre Dame, Georgia, Georgia won an 8th overtime against Georgia Tech. And that was just incredible last night when we actually saw how they had to come back and win this game. Again, Tennessee, Georgia, Miami, SMU. So the top 10 already alone, they have a chance to make the playoffs. But then again, there are teams that really are fighting like Boise State, Indiana, Clemson, who are all basically 10-1 or are 9-2. Alabama as well. They actually took a brutal loss the other night.
They did.
But again, they're trying to bounce back. And obviously they're in the lead right now against Auburn. So there's a lot of, different up and downs of who really wants it more. But, again, we're going to see how this plays out. We want to hear your opinions as well. Who do you feel like has a chance to actually get to the national championship? Seeing these college teams and these players playing maybe for pride or playing for, their NIL deals or even just transferring next year to another season. We don't know, but at the same time, we are very impressed to see the transition of college football and where it's going and how, so many people are now realizing that, hey, these are college athletes, student athletes that are trying to get to the next level.
Yes, because at the end of the day, we do have to admit it, college athletes do go through a grueling task compared to a lot of other students in college.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to say this, and I'm going to say it now here at Up Top. You need to give your student athletes a lot more credit than they don't get because they have to battle being a number one athlete and represent an entire school when they go to other schools and play against that school. But at the same time, they have to maintain a certain level of academic success only because in order for them to play and be successful, they got to be successful in the classroom. It's not easy for a lot of these athletes, even with their classes. So just give them flowers when they need it.
Yep, very much said, Spacely. And that's why here at Up Top, we want to make sure you both, men and women that are listening, that are college sports athletes or even, professional sports, that you guys continue to know that, hey, regardless of your university, school, alma mater, you name it, if they're having a great season, that's awesome. But if they're not having the best season, they're going to find ways to get better. And that's a part of the recruiting process as these coaches, either get hired or fired, or these student athletes transfer to a different school because of NIL money, as well as, seeing that their potential can be shown at a different university. So here at Up Top Podcast, we want to hear your thoughts and opinions. Do you feel like, Oregon or Ohio State or, any other top teams right now are having a chance to win the national championship? Or do you think that maybe a lower seeding school has a chance to go ahead and do it? We'll find out and finalize, obviously, the playoff rankings as we go on throughout the season. But, man, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
For sure. I'm looking forward to seeing the college seedings and see who they decide is going to be the new 12 to start this new first ever Up Top ranking system. So I would love to see who's going to be the top 12 and how this matchup goes down.
Facts, Spacey. Said it first. So here at Up Top Podcast, of course, we want to definitely thank you guys for taking the time to listen to the college football segment of here, episode 1, Rising Up in season 5 here. Again, we're going to go ahead and get into the next segment soon, and we're going to go right into the National Football League. Man, that's another hot football sports that we just go ahead and say, hey, there you go. So here at Up Top Podcast, it's your boy Ste-Mo.
It's your boy Shaun Spacely.
All right, and thank you again for taking the time to listen to us. Up Top Podcast, episode 1, season 5, Rising Up. Up Top, what's that?
Up Top.